Good afternoon. Yeah, surprise, surprise. We're in the middle of 10,000 more projects. It is garden planting day. So the wife and girls are hard at work, trying to get all that crap in the ground. And the chickens. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Here, have some strawberries. There you go, girls. Yep. Don't fight over it. Is that your way of saying thanks? Okay, you're welcome. Talkative things, aren't they? Anyways, so it's garden planting day. Kinda. Garden planting weekend, sorta. We try to get everything organized, and it's a lot to do because we have a lot of garden beds. There's the wife and kids hard at it. I'll walk you through it all. Oh, you better get out of here, birdie. Yeah, I'm coming your way. So this box is reserved for potatoes. And this year, I think we're going to try something new. I have been, whatever. I'm a creature of habit, so I like doing stuff the same way, so I just make a mound and stab my potatoes into there and let them grow, and it works. But in years past, especially the past 2-3 years, that is a brave robin, just chilling. You got no fear at all. What if I had a BB gun there, Mr. Robin? Yeah, anyways. So this year, I'm gonna try the tire technique, where you know, out in the woods, previous tenants, property owners, so on and so on, have left a shitload of tires, all the way from big tractor tires down to relatively large truck tires. So I'm going to dig all this out, throw tractor tire, and in descending style stack them up with dirt, in every level, and potatoes all the way around each level. And for whatever reason, that's supposed to work really good. It's supposed to just fill the whole thing full of potatoes, and you just pull the tires off one at a time, and then throw your taters in a bucket. So, well, we'll try that this year, because the mound, we get potatoes every year, but it could be better. And the turkeys seem to beat it up. This is where we usually have our Roma tomatoes. I think I'm gonna try something different this year. Let's see, I got this trestle. I'm gonna stab that in the ground. And I think we're going to try our peas, our sugar snap peas in here. And I think I'm also going to transplant. We've got some wild raspberries growing in the woods that we never get any fruit out of because the birds murder it before we get a chance to. I'm going to try and transplant a lump of that into here and see if we can groom them and get some viable fruit. This is where the cucumbers go. We're undecided back here. This is usually where we do squash and pumpkins, but we've got groundhogs in here, like bad. There's holes all over the place. They got tunnels all the way through here. There's probably 8 different entrances, and I do keep an eye, and if I see one, I might, consider launching a .22 caliber projectile at them from about 100 yards from a device, but that's not always successful, and it's not always a realistic potential. Hey girls, looking good. Got tomatoes all the way across this side, so we're doing, tallest to shortest kind of plants. South is that way, so we don't want anything shading out another, but it's hot out today, so we gotta hurry up and get this crap in the ground, get the sprinkler going. So I am gonna shut up and help get the rest of this in the ground, and we'll check back when the sprinkler is going. All right, it is following Saturday. We did get all this planted, taken care of. That is growing. I didn't get a chance to finish the video the day of. There's just so many projects around here. I'm fixing machines and cleaning up the yard, and but yeah, we got our bean seeds planted. I don't see any sprouts yet. They should be popping out of the ground pretty quick. But yeah, zucchinis, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, red cabbage, peppers, real hot ones, scorpions, reapers, tomatoes. They're looking good, real good. This one's been a little bit more finicky. That's a slicer tomato. Those are all Romas, but she's holding on. It's gotten real hot, so and you don't want to water in the middle of the day, so I wait till the sun's starting to get down to the trees. But for now, I gotta get all these boxes going. So I'm gonna fire up the tiller, get all this stirred up real good, and still undecided with the potato bed, best way to do that. I'm running out of time, so I might just do the mound again. Maybe I'll do 2-3 mounds or just pile it all up and stab the potato seeders in there. But we'll see how much work we get done on all of this. This tiller actually makes pretty quick work of ripping these beds up. You can see the pile of garbage over there. Groundhogs must have tunneled in and left behind a mess because they're jerks. So I don't think we're gonna do anything over here. That used to be our pumpkin patch. I think we're moving the pumpkin patch up by the house where we can keep a closer eye on that, and the critters aren't brave enough to come chew on our food that close to the house, because they know I'll be coming after them. But over here, you know, if I try to sneak up and get on this brush edge, you know, and crack the pellet rifle at them, seems like every single time it dings off the fence there, and it just scares them away. But them little bastards gotta go. I gotta figure out something. Gotta get my metal stakes in the ground over there so I can get my fence up and around there, keep the rabbits out, turkeys out. The deer don't really come in the yard anymore, so yeah, just constantly busy with everything. I got to get the solar panel up on the roof, power up the solar attic fan. Finally got the backyard cleaned up. I had to move 2,000 pounds of rock so I could cut the grass, but this is finally looking right. Got all the machines fixed again. It's the thing about having old machines, you know, that they will always fire and work, but you know, everything needs upkeep. So, alright, I'm gonna do some tilling and try to get some planting done. We'll see what I can get on camera. Stay tuned. So, it's the next day. Ended up having to fix the tiller, fix the lawnmower. I had to double cut the area back by the shed because after we raked up the clippings, it did not cut well. Lawnmower was down for a bit this spring, so it all got out of control, but it's looking good now. Got all my tilling done this morning. Decided I'm just gonna go with rows. Oh yeah, most important ingredient to gardening. Gotta stay hydrated, you know. So yeah, we're gonna do rows with the potatoes. We're gonna stay with our original plan here, raspberry patch at the back of this, and then the trellis with peas from seed here. I got out to the woods and dug out 3 really nice looking chunks of raspberry, but we're going to put that at the back so we don't have to tromp through raspberry patch to get to the peas. So you have a nice day of work. And pickle cucumbers in here. We're not going to do slicers this year because pickle cucumbers are better anyways. They're crunchier and they got smaller seeds, and I don't want to waste space or energy on, you know, something I can't get a pickle out of. So we're gonna do, we got 3 already seeded, you know, maybe we'll just go right down the middle with them and let them stretch and fill this whole box out. If you get them too close to the side walls, they start growing up and then they get tangled up in the grapevine, and this stuff on the side is just a constant battle. I got grapevine that grows everywhere under my yard. You know, it's just everywhere. It's embedded. This place, for probably 2 decades before I lived here, was not maintained at all. So the grapevine has wove itself through the entire yard. If I leave this grass long enough, grapevine starts poking out just everywhere, but especially on the side of the wood lines. You can see, you know, it just dominates all of this brush, which really doesn't bother me. It's real good cover. And we do get grapes. There's a couple spots hanging on the pine tree that we've been picking the grapes every year, and they are getting a little bit bigger and a little sweeter, and the seeds are getting a little smaller. So that's where I am now. The girls are cleaning up the area behind the house where the pumpkins are gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this planted and watered, and then I'll drag the tiller over there and chew that up real good, because that hasn't been, you know, cleaned up in years. But yeah, it's a great little tiller. I never did, you know, any kind of review or anything on this Earthquake Viper 33. Got it brand new at Menards for, geez, I want to say $149 out the door. Only issue I had, there was a fuel line that had a crack in it, so it was sucking air into the carburetor, and the only way it would run was on like full choke, and it was spitting gas around, and I don't want to be, you know, getting gas into the garden while I'm tilling it. That's kind of counterproductive. So I threw some Still brand line in there, because whatever they used was pretty whatever junk, because it's only 3 years old, and that shouldn't have rotted a line that fast. But anyways, got new lines, new bulb, and a weight, a filter inside the tank. It could probably use a spark plug, but she's running. She starts basically on the first pull, as long as you prime the bulb. But yeah, dig my hole, get my raspberries in, get my trellis on, plant my pea seeds. I might make these rows a little bit more defined, but maybe they're fine just the way it is. And then get the cukes in, and then pumpkin time. So check back in a little bit. Alrighty, got this section all in. Got her tilled up. Went with 3 mound system here. I've got 70 potato seeders, evenly distributed in there. Well, there was one that was one off, because the math doesn't work that way, but maybe 2, I don't know. It was 70. Got our raspberry clump in, our trellis in. I did 2 different kinds of peas, spaced them about 1 inch apart. Did the Burpee Organics and early, and then I don't know, never tried these ones yet, but we'll give them a try. Progress number 9, whatever. I try to stay with the organic, you know, type of seeds. Who knows how organic it really is. But and then we got our mound for our pickles. Went right through the center, and I tamped down the soil all the way around it, so water will puddle up and it'll be able to slowly soak in. I also cut a little channel in between the 3 plants, so that'll puddle up and really get water down to the roots. So she's all in. I'm gonna stand here for the next 40 minutes with the hose and slowly moisten it all so the dirt doesn't all wash away, and then as it kind of starts to grab on and get some water like this, I don't want to wash all the dirt off of the cedars. If I just start spraying it, it's gonna, you know, wash it all the way. So I'm gonna slowly wet it, let it kind of take form, and then I'll go to that one, and then come back and really soak the living just snot out of it, get it so it's pooling up. Did the same thing, patted it all down over there. This doesn't really need it. I want to keep that nice and fluffy, encourage the roots to stretch out, and hopefully these raspberries, they were growing wild. I pulled them out of the woods. There's 3 different clumps, an older clump, and then 2 newer clumps. So hopefully the mix of them, they'll all jive and hang out, and I got a feeling they're gonna like having their own soil, because back where they were fighting with the grapevine and trees and grass and all kinds of different stuff. We'll try real hard to keep this just their soil, and I'll eventually throw a 2x12 divider in there, bury it down a little bit, try and keep the raspberries in one spot. And so all right, time to get it wet. Alrighty then, this will be the pumpkin patch. This was all overgrown with lemon balm and chives, and you can just only use so much damn lemon balm, so it kind of took over the whole area. We had oregano and basil and sage and everything growing back there, but the lemon balm just completely took it over, and the grass kind of worked its way into that. So the girls picked absolutely as much as they could. I came back through with the tiller, ground up the roots, and we got our pumpkin in there, and our what is that, butternut squash, acorn squash. So just do a simple pumpkin patch this year, just jack-o'-lanterns. It's good enough, as long as we can grow some pumpkins to carve, and we'll get some pie and some seeds out of that. That's all we need. And the squash, they're good for throwing the cold rooms. We can save them. They store well in dry places. And while they were at it, Amelia, our youngest, planted a couple pretty flowers and a bunch of seeds in there, so fluffed that up for her and got her all watered. But yeah, I think we're done finally. So let the it's about 3. I'll let the sun get a little bit lower and go through and drag the 175 foot of hose around and water everything again. Main garden, all the side gardens. I still got to get my wire fence around the potatoes, keep the turkeys out of there and the groundhogs. They'll mess that up in a hurry. So I want some potatoes, I want some pickles this year, I want some peppers. Those are the things I really care about. Peas, and a good bean. Really, all of it. We use all of it. We freeze as many tomatoes as we can. We can a bunch. And the cauliflower and broccoli freeze is good. So if we end up with more than we can eat in the summer, that stores. Cabbage lasts a long time. Or maybe we could make some kraut. That'd be cool. But yeah, we were a little bit more selective what we put in this year. It all had to be stuff that was going to be successful, and we're going to try and get more with less. So, and storage is important. The raspberries, yeah, that's, they come and go really quick. We might not even get fruit this year, but next year, if we get enough berries, we can make jam out of that and different stuff. So we can also store that. The peas freeze well, and the pickles, well, we're gonna make pickles. So there it is. That's our 2023 garden plant. It was a chore, always is. Now it's going to be a chore maintaining it, keeping the weeds out of here, keeping everything watered until the roots can get established. Then it just does its thing. So if you stuck through to the end, thanks for watching. God bless you.